Good morning. It's 7:04 on this Wednesday, May 31st. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We got a beautiful Wednesday going for us, a wonderful Wednesday, in fact. And we're happy to be on the air for Cedarstone Bank, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, Donaldson. Simple banking, simply better. Bob McDonald joins us. He is president and CEO. Bob, good morning.
Coleman, good morning, and it's great to be with you, and thank you for letting me join you by phone, and enjoy talking to MJ when I called in, so please tell Billy hello, and thank you for welcoming Robert last week in my stead, and he gave me a call and reported that y'all had a good morning together.
Well, we did, and it sounds like you've been on special assignment.
I have. I've been, Judge Tatum would say about you, I've been on special assignment, and we're back in, as I told you, back and growing in great Wilson County, but Robert told me y'all had a good visit. I appreciate you always making him feel welcome, and he enjoys coming up and being with you during those few minutes on the radio. So thank you for doing that.
Well, you got a message for us today.
Well, I guess my message is that we still believe the economy is doing well, Coleman. Susan and I, we've been out of state, and we were traveling, and airports were full, and restaurants were packed, and everybody seems to be in good spirits. And so again, you listen to some news, mostly national news, some regional. You'll hear a discussion about recession and is one coming, or are we in one now? But we're just not seeing it, Coleman. Certainly right here in your listening area, the markets seem to be doing really well, and people are confident. They're buying real estate. They're buying investment real estate. They're constructing new office buildings and apartments, and we see that as we were going around other parts of the country last week. And so let's just keep our fingers crossed that the Fed is through raising rates and that they'll take some pressure off of the economy. And I just don't know they're going to be able to rein in inflation in the guidelines that they've set forth in years past. I just don't know that applies today. This 2% inflation number, I just don't know that's a logical number in today's world, particularly coming out of a pandemic. So let's just hope the Fed lays off for a while, Coleman, and let's absorb these interest rates we've had for the last year and see how the economy performs now.
Let me ask this: do you have as many loan applications now as you did when they started raising interest rates?
Coleman, great question. We're busier now than we've ever been, even though rates, a rate today on a real estate loan is twice what it was 2 years ago.
Yep.
Or 18 months ago. So rates have doubled, but our business has never been stronger. We've never had more applications. Our existing loans are performing fine in terms of repayment expectations. So, again, in our business, Coleman, we're always hoping for the best but prepared for the worst. And we have a saying at the bank of looking for snakes in the grass, meaning is there an issue out there that we can't see but is out there? And we've been looking for those snakes, and we just haven't seen them yet. Now, again, doesn't mean that you and I won't be having a different conversation in a few weeks or months from now, but right now things are going real well.
Well, one of the things that has, I think, established you and you're really known for is the free checking account, and not just a free checking account, but all the perks that go with that Simply Better free checking account. Let's talk about that a minute here.
Yeah, let's wrap up with that. Our Simply Free checking account, it's been the backbone or the cornerstone of our bank since we opened in April of 2004, and it is free. It's free in every possible way. If you want to do your banking the more historic way, which is writing checks or coming into the bank and seeing a teller and doing a transaction, you can do that. Your checks are free. If you want to be a little more technological then we have all of that as well. You can do your banking online. You can do it via telephone. You can make your deposits with your mobile phone. So we have all the technology that's possible and available in the banking industry. Also, Coleman, when we issue an ATM card or a debit card, if you use another ATM, we reimburse any third-party fees. So when Suze and I were traveling last week, I used my Cedarstone card in a number of other ATMs. And like all customers, I'll see those charges, those third-party charges be reimbursed to me. So we encourage your listeners who don't bank with us now to please come visit with us and let us talk about that as well as some other services that we offer.
Yeah, and at least check out that free checking and see why it's better. Bob, thanks so much for being with us. Have a great week. We'll do it again next Wednesday, okay?
Thanks. I look forward to listening to your program. Sammy boy, good hearing from you. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bob McDonald, President, CEO, Cedarstone Bank, Lebanon, Mount Juliet, Donaldson. Simple banking, simply better. 10 minutes after the hour. And I have a trio of people to introduce this morning, but I'm going to begin with somebody whose name, if you've lived in Wilson County a long time, you should be familiar with the name of Sam Hatcher, and Sam is here this morning. Sam, good morning.
Good morning, Coleman.
You've made, honestly, quite a name for yourself. I was just thinking this morning, really, how honored I am to have you here as my guest, and you are the one who set this program up, called me 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we got it all set to talk about the Nashville Super Speedway this morning. But former editor of the Lebanon Democrat, and you're past retirement age, I guess, but still doing a lot of things, and I admire you for that.
Well, you're very kind, and it's always a pleasure to be here. And I told these other two guests of yours a little bit about your history and your legacy with respect to this radio station, so they are aware of that, and it's always good to be here with Coleman Walker.
To sum it up, I have been here for a long time. Why don't you introduce these two gentlemen?
Okay, I would love to do that. We both are with the Nashville Super Speedway here in Lebanon. I'd like to say that. But first, I'd like to introduce Matt Gricci, who is the executive vice president and general manager of the Speedway. And with him is J.T. Thomas, who is the director of sales for the Super Speedway. And I've learned from both of them recently, I say recently, but actually for the last several months, their plans for the Super Speedway really exceed what has happened there in the past several years. And I'd like for them to sort of speak about what their plans are for the Speedway and where they see this going in the future. And I think people in your audience, I started saying Wilson County, but I know your audience spans more counties than just Wilson County. And I think they're going to be really surprised to hear what their plans are for the Speedway.
Okay, who's going to start?
Let's start with Matt.
I'll start. Coleman and Sam, thanks for having us today. I appreciate it. I know our focus right now is on our NASCAR weekend, which is coming up, and I'm sure we'll get to that. But to speak to Sam's point, us as a company, Speedway Motorsports, we're excited about where Nashville Super Speedway is, located in the great market in Nashville, in Wilson County. And with that, with our 700 acres, we're excited to keep growing our event portfolio and keep bringing diversified events to our property. Outside of our NASCAR event, there's a lot of opportunity, and JT and I came to this racetrack from within our company, but in different locations, and we're bringing that knowledge, and hopefully we can increase our events here and be a bigger impact to the community with those events as we
Well, I
as
hope
we grow.
you've received a warm, even a royal welcome to Lebanon, Mount Juliet, Gladeville, and Wilson County.
We have
Watertown too.
I think we all enjoy it. Both JT and I, our families have moved here, and we really enjoy the area, and we're looking forward to the future.
Well, JT, your comments.
Yeah, it's hey, we're excited to be here. You know, to be in Wilson County, to be in Mount Juliet, Lebanon. I had the fortunate opportunity to live in Middle Tennessee for about 24 years and moved away for 11, and to come back and be a part of the Nashville Super Speedway family is exciting. It's so exciting to be here. Hey, we're 4 weeks out from NASCAR. We wake up first of the year and you turn around twice, and here it is almost June. And June 23, 24, 25 is we get to have NASCAR's full menu, so to speak. Truck racing on Friday, Xfinity race on Saturday, and Cup guys are showing up on Sunday. And it's fun to be here. But
I'm observing by your date here, you're not having it on Father's Day this year.
Not on Father's Day this year. No, we are excited to be off of Father's Day, and that should bring a lot more people out and to be a part of the community. I think that's part of what Sam is saying. We're just not one weekend in the year. We have the opportunity and the fortunate blessing to open up to the whole community for different events, car shows to private events to private rentals to dreaming about new things too. There's a lot of what if conversations. What if we could do this or that?
I know it's just a few weeks ago the people were paying money, I think maybe to a charity, but whatever, to drive around the Speedway.
Yeah. We were excited to each one of our Speedway motorsports tracks around the country, and that's, for the people that don't know, that's Charlotte, Bristol, Atlanta, and a handful of others. Each one has a local chapter of Speedway Children's Charities. And that's an organization that we started from our founder, Bruton Smith, to say, hey, we're going to be in the community raising money and resources for children's organizations that support the needs of children in the local community. And so from our standpoint, our Nashville Super Speedway chapter, that was one of our first events this year, is to invite people to come out, pay a little money, get a chance to ride around the track, and that was super fun.
Well, I think it was a very popular event from all I've heard of it, very much so.
It was, and to JT's point, we're more than just a venue, a racetrack. We're part of the community, and that's what Speedway Children's Charities is.
We've got to take a break here. We didn't mention Alan George this morning. He said he wasn't going to talk, but he is with us as well, and he has taken a connection with the Speedway.
Yes, Alan is our Director of Communications, joined us a couple months ago from Vanderbilt, and we're excited to have him on the team.
Okay, that's the one with the Vanderbilt license plate out there. Okay. We got to take a break. More coming up on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Absolute Kubota, the sales blitz ends today. 0% financing for 84 months on most models. Plus, add an attachment to your tractor and get implement bonus bucks up to $800 off, or take a cash discount of $2,400 on select models. This is for in-stock models only, and it ends today. The sales blitz ends May 31st. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. As traffic volume finally starts to increase out here, coming out of Wilson County down I-40 through the Mount Juliet area, headed towards Hermitage. 24 is crowded like it normally is this time of the morning on 24 westbound. Up by Sam Ridley, you got all that heavy traffic leaving Rutherford County, Murfreesboro, headed towards Nashville. Still in pretty good shape right now. I-40 through Kingston Springs as that traffic increases. 40 east out of Dixon County, again headed towards Pegram and Kingston Springs. Nash Painting, they service all of Middle Tennessee. Check them out online today at nashpainting.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Get ready for the ultimate barbecue and country music festival, Barbecue Country Fest 2023. Join us in the smoke-filled, fire-breathing, steak-sizzling heaven on June 3rd at the Wilson County Fairgrounds in Lebanon. Hear country music stars Billy Dean, Chad Brock, and Andy Griggs perform live. Plus, John Party will be there filming the final episode of Barbecue Country and crowning a backyard barbecue champion. Get your tickets today at bbqcountry.com.
Simple banking, simply better. Since 2004, that's been our motto at Cedarstone Bank. I'm Bob McDonald. We know that financial decisions can sometimes be complicated, but that doesn't mean solutions have to be. Whether you're buying a new home, renovating your existing home, or buying a car, or maybe you're a business that needs to purchase equipment for the building you operate from, we have all the technology that will allow you to do your banking online or on the telephone, or you can come in one of our beautiful branches and see our great people. With locations in Lebanon, Mount Juliet, and Nashville, Cedarstone Bank. Simple banking, simply better.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Coleman and Company, thanks for joining us. It is a Wednesday morning, and we're talking Nashville Super Speedway. We do have with us this morning Mr. Matt Ricci, who is Executive Vice President and Manager. We have J.T. Thomas, Director of Sales, and, of course, Sam Hatcher, who set this up, and Sam is with us. You have, what has been your interest yourself in the Super Speedway? You You were doing this a couple of years ago. Is this a promotion thing for you, or you've gravitated to this for some reason? Sam?
Well, actually, this started with me probably 20 years ago when the Speedway was built here, and I took a real interest in the super speedway at that time because I think it's so important for our local economy, what the Speedway provides for the local economy. And, at that time, Dover Motorsports owned the Speedway at that time, and I became close friends with several of those people and just sort of helped facilitate perhaps some of the awareness about the super speedway. And, I don't know that people in Wilson County realize, JT and I were talking about that earlier, I don't know that they actually realize what an impact this facility has on our tax base, for one thing. Mm-hmm. I guarantee you every hotel in Lebanon and in Wilson County will be full because of the number of people that this brings into our community. And not only for race weekend, but for, as they're going to say in a few minutes, I'm sure, for the several other weekends and events that they're going to have during the course of the year. And I think that's really important that people understand that this is not just a one weekend facility. And Matt, you might speak to that, and if you would.
Yeah, we've got a lot of events moving forward this year. Import Alliance, Triple Crown of Rotting, C10 Nationals. Those are all events that are bringing in folks from regional across the nation, and they're coming to visit our restaurants, stay in our hotels, and bring in economic dollars to this community. And that's what we want to keep growing. More events like that. And then our NASCAR event, there's a big impact on the community with our NASCAR event and continue to grow. We've looked for some more hotel rooms, and there's not a lot to be found. So that's a good problem.
Outside of that, too, I think it's always interesting to know how many RVs will you expect on the race grounds?
We will probably have over 700 to 800 on the grounds, RVs. We've got different camping lots, premium, that are trackside and other dry campgrounds, and we welcome campers 3 weeks from now. We'll be on property. They'll be loading in 3 weeks from now for our NASCAR weekend, June 23 through 24 and 25.
And JT and I have had this conversation, but what does the typical attendee look like that comes? What's the demographic?
Yeah, I've said for years, our audience is really cradle to grave, no collar to white collar. We're not a genre of music. It is a city. And so when NASCAR rolls in, it is a little bit of everybody coming there to make memories. We like to say, hey, we get to host fun. And people come and be a part of the weekend, and it's every one of them has a different driver and a different agenda and a different opportunity to be a part of that. But they're bringing their families and their friends to kind of get away from the noise of the week and to make some lifelong memories. And so we get the chance to play host. And to your point, Sam, I think the number I saw this past year was Nashville Superspeedway to this community's $400 million economic impact.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so, when you start throwing numbers like that around, if you were to pull that out of this region, what is different this time around than it was 20 years ago? You were here 20 years ago. I lived in Nashville then. Is that we have a cup race. We have multiple things coming in at this point. So to be able to kind of host all 50 states, people will be here from all 50 states. I would say a handful of foreign countries, and we'll end up having 60 or 70, 80,000 people on property over that weekend. And so to show off Wilson County that way is exciting.
What's the easiest way, best way to get tickets?
NashvilleSuperspeedway.com is probably the easiest way to go up. If they need to call, I believe it's 1-866-RACE-TICKS. But Nashville Superspeedway, you'll get a chance to go up Nashville Superspeedway and see our whole schedule for the year. We've mentioned it, but it's Cars and Coffee first Saturday of every month. We've got Triple Crown of Rotting that has been typically hosted over in Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge area. It's coming over here, and it's a giant car show. I believe that event's September 8th, 9th. And then if you have a desire to get on track, if you want to see what it's like to ride in a car, get online, go to our website, NashvilleSuperspeedway.com. The NASCAR racing experience is a great opportunity to come in and kind of get a chance to do a ride along or learn how to drive one of these NASCAR cars. And so we've got a lot of opportunities.
We'd like to ask this. We have new ownership. How are you different, or what are you doing different from what Dover Downs did while they owned it?
So our parent company, Speedway Motorsports, we own and operate 11 racetracks across the country. And yes, NASCAR is our bread and butter. Motorsports is in our DNA, but we like to welcome all events of all walks of life to attract folks. So we are a 365 venue, much like all our other venues, and we want to keep attracting new events, new people to our property, and keep growing ourselves as a community impact. So our company is focused on growing, and I think that's probably the key reason JT and I decided to come to Wilson County and Nashville Superspeedway.
Yeah, and I think to add to that is last year, I think the facility had about 40 to 45 usage days. Right now on our calendar, we've got about 120, 130 usage days already on the calendar. So it's that facility is being used a lot more than what people may think. And then the other side of what we're doing is really getting out and educating. In the last 20 years, how many hundreds of thousands of people have moved to Middle Tennessee that have no idea who Nashville Superspeedway is or desires to be a part of. And so it's really an education process for us to say, hey, come be a part of what we're doing. It is a home for big events, but it also can be a home for corporations to come out and bring their employee banquet or their parties or any of those kind of things too.
Well, the racetrack itself is unique. I don't know any other that's just like it.
No, it's a 1.3 mile concrete oval track. I think it's the largest concrete track in America. It is built different than any other place. And so to be a night race, this is one of the most important things for us this year. Yeah, it's in late June is our NASCAR weekend, but to be able to host NASCAR Cup drivers Sunday night, June 25, starting at 6 p.m. It gets it out of the heat of the day. But the other side of it is it's NBC. They take over the TV portion that on our weekend. They chose Nashville Superspeedway to kind of take over the weekend. And so we'll be a night race Friday night with the trucks, Saturday afternoon with the Xfinity race, Sunday night with the Cup cars. And so to see NASCAR Cup drivers on our track Sunday night under the lights, it just is super exciting.
And hopefully no rain.
Oh, it's not going to rain.
No rain. It's not going to rain.
We've talked to people. We've got that one figured out.
We've got that out. We'll have the unique opportunity on that Sunday night, June 25th, with our Ally 400, starting at 6 p.m. local, which is actually going to be daylight, but it'll transition to night. So you're going to get the unique perspective of what crew chiefs need to do with the weather changing and the temperatures of the track. It'll create really good storylines for our viewers in venue, but also on NBC. So we're super excited.
And a lot of people, Coleman, may not realize that NBC is broadcasting the race, which is another way to showcase the region. And I think that's really important too, that to know that NBC cameras are going to be there and are going to be covering this race is really significant.
Well, as you continue, you're going to be, I take it you're going to have more events on the calendar this year than you did last year. Next year, probably more than this year. Will you ever be filling up every weekend, or at least something every month, or have you already?
We're already, we've got things just about every week in June already. Be it a sports car event, something in the infield. It may not be a big public event, but it could be a private event. It may be a rental. It may be a lot of different opportunities. But our goal is to do more events. We're in the event business, big or small.
How many people does it take? How many employees, full-time employees at least, do you have? And do you have a lot of part-timers?
Right now, we've got a lot of part-timers coming in to help us support and build up for the race. We've got about 25 full-time staff members on our team now, which we've grown over the last couple of years just to be self-sufficient and operate these events. This weekend alone, we're going to have 3 events on Saturday. So as we look to grow the calendar year, we want an event every day. We actually want multiple events every day. So we've got Nashville Cars and Coffee this weekend on Saturday. We've also got Slide Factory in the infield, and we also have NASA doing road course racing.
Not the rocket guys.
Yeah,
not the spaceship guys. But.
And one other thing that has been in the past somewhat of a problem. I guess had all the traffic getting in and out, and I think that got work done considerably, and you probably have addressed that already.
We made drastic improvements last year, and we've continued to work with our local officials, Highway Patrol, Tennessee DOT, to continue to improve. We feel confident about our plan for ingress and egress, and parking for all our events during our NASCAR event weekend is free. So that helps on the ease of ingress. So that's, everything is built into your ticket. Come out and enjoy the day. You don't have to pay for parking, which helps us from a traffic standpoint as well as customer experience.
We got about 30 seconds. Sam, anything you want to say as we conclude? I want to thank you for getting this set up for us.
Thank you, Coleman. I might ask them, what's the earliest that someone could come, say, on any of the race days? What time, do the gates open, so to speak?
We typically open midday. Rackley Roofing 200, that race is that evening, but we'll have a fan zone that opens up around 12 o'clock. We'll have concerts going on. We've got a Parker McCollum concert before our Cup race on Sunday afternoon around 4 o'clock. And so the idea is we're not a 2-hour tailgate. We're a 3-day event. And so you could choose your event, come early, see what's going on in our midway and our fan zone, and really have a great time and enjoy with it.
And all information, NashvilleSuperspeedway.com.
That is correct.
Thank you all for being with us this
thank
morning.
you.
Thanks,
Sam
Coleman.
Hatcher, J.T. Thomas, Director of Sales, and Matt Grigi, the Executive Vice President Manager, Nashville Superspeedway. And thank you for the Nashville Superspeedway cap you've given me this morning.
Thanks for
Come
having
see
us,
us.
Coleman.
That is
Love
part
appreciate it.
one of Coleman and Company. Stay with us for more. FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. It's all brought to you by our friends at Bates Ford and the low price tire guarantee on all tires every day. Up to 30 days after the sale, there'll be any competitor's pricing on the tires they sell. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Minor accidents out here. 65 north on that ramp to 440. It's over to the side. It's crowded right now up through the Antioch area with all that heavy traffic push coming in right now from Rutherford County, Murfreesboro on 24 westbound at Bell Road, Hickory Hollow Parkway. 65 wants to get a little bit heavy now southbound through Millersville as you come through that section of Sumner County. Out in Dixon County, watch for radar on I-40 around 840. Nash Painting, they service all of Middle Tennessee. Check them out today online at nashpainting.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Collier Engineering is a civil engineering design firm that can provide surveying for your home or property. A family-owned business in Nashville, Collier Engineering has multiple employees in Wilson County, including survey manager Dan Curry. He's a registered land surveyor and a certified floodplain surveyor. He would love the opportunity to assist with your surveying needs. Visit collierengineering.com. Call 931-510-2800. Mention this ad and get 10% off.
When you needed portable heating, cooling, generators and remediation equipment, contractor tools, or any other equipment or solution to help you get the job done, you trusted Absolute Rental and Supply. Now that same team brings you more equipment and more solutions as Herc Rentals. From construction and industrial to HVAC and homeowner, Herc Rentals has the gear and expertise to get jobs done efficiently, effectively, and safely. Visit us today at 1325 Main Street in Lebanon or online at hercrentals.com. That's HERCrentals.com.
Warm weather coming our way this morning with sunshine pushing our temperatures towards 84 degrees. We're dealing with a thunderstorm chance or two starting later today and again on Thursday. Look for temperatures in the mid-60s tonight, then we're back in the upper 80s to start the month of June. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm number one Ned.
Coleman and Company, welcome to part two here on a Wednesday morning. It's time for us to talk about Herc Reynolds, 1325 West Main in Lebanon. Dave Hurst is the branch manager, and he's been with us many times to talk about all they do there for equipment and tool rental. You can go to their website, hercrentals.com, and find out all that you need to know, really, and even find out if what you need is available and what the cost is to rent it. They are open Monday through Friday from 7 to 5, Saturday 7 to noon, and offer equipment and tool rental. I've been doing this for a long time, and here in Lebanon for about a year. It was Absolute Rental prior to that Philip Etherly started and had for a number of years. The location, a convenient one at 1325 West Main here in Lebanon. And the thing probably that you need to remember the most is a phone number, and it's an easy one, 615-443-RENT, R-E-N-T, 443-RENT. And when you call Herc Rentals, they can advise you as to what's available, if they have it, if it's available today, if there's a little wait time. They can ask a few questions off you, too, to make sure that you get the right piece of equipment for the job that you want to do. And one of the other good things that has worked really well over the years is the fact that if you don't have the means to transport the piece of equipment that you are renting, they offer a delivery service for a nominal fee. They will deliver the piece of equipment at the time that you specify, and when you're through with it, you call them, they'll come and pick it up, and it makes it a lot easier, especially if you can't transport it yourself. But there's so much that they have to offer, so much in equipment and tool rental, and you want to take advantage of that. And again, go to their website, hercrentals.com, and see it all. And again, see the price. You can rent for as little as 4 hours, which is about a half a day, or for all day, or for several days. And they work not only with do-it-yourself people, but they work with homeowners as well. Herc Rentals, 1325 West Main in Lebanon. Again, the website is hercrentals.com, and that phone number is 615-443-RENT. We're about 25 before 8 o'clock, and my guest is here this morning, Valerie Wall. Good morning, and welcome to Coleman & Company.
Thank you. Good morning.
You are with Walnut Wood, and you're going to tell us all about that this morning, right?
Yes, I guess so.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. You've been here a long time?
No, just 2 years. My husband and I moved our family here 2 years ago. He retired from 20 years in the Navy, and we picked Lebanon to make Lebanon our home.
Okay, well, now let me interrupt you here because you've said a whole lot.
Okay.
You've traveled. You've probably been with him. You've traveled a lot, maybe all over the world or in a lot of different places.
He has.
He has. All right.
Yes, he's been all over.
Well, but why did you choose Lebanon?
I darkened a map, and we just landed here.
Are you kidding?
I'm not. We just wanted something different and a change, and we like that I've been here a time or two, well, Nashville a time or two, and we just said, let's go for it.
Okay. Well, now your business is Walnut Wood, but that's spelled. Your last name is W-A-H-L.
Yes.
Not W-A-L-L, W-A-H-L.
Yes, it's a play on our last name.
W-A-H. I'll get it right in a minute. W-A-H-L-N-U-T.
Yes.
Wood. Walnut Wood.
Woods.
That's a unique name to start with, but that no doubt gets attention.
Yes, that's why we did it. It's interesting. Sometimes people think it's a mistake. Other times people get it because it is a play on our last name. But it was also an introduction into what we do because we do custom Amish furniture, indoor, outdoor, and we love it. We love working with our builders, and we love offering people unique pieces. So it was an easy way to get into that.
How did all of this come about? I take it if he was in the Navy, a career, 20 years maybe?
20 years,
Yeah.
yes.
Is this something that he knew all along, or are you the one that tell us about it?
So we both grew up in the Northern Panhandle, West Virginia, and being there, it's fairly central to that northeastern Amish area, the Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana Amish countries. And it's fairly prevalent in that area because of the location, because it's, the Northern Panhandle is just centrally located between those communities. And that growing up there and being from there helped us get this start and get this rolling. There was a business back there that did the same thing, and we bought it some time ago. And when we left West Virginia and decided to come here, we just brought it with us, brought our contacts, brought our business, brought what we did from there to here. And we love doing it here. We love being able to offer people unique items and
Where's
pieces.
your location here?
So we are at 9574 Lebanon Road, and it's basically across from West Elementary School on the Mount Juliet side. A lot of people see our furniture out front because we have all of our poly furniture out front. And it's bright and it's colorful and unique looking. So most people know us as, the place with all the furniture out front.
Yeah.
So
Well, okay. Do you manufacture the furniture yourself?
no, we work with Amish families on all of our pieces. So our poly is what we sell a lot of. And we work in particular with one family out of Pennsylvania, and that's actually where my husband is right now. He's on his way up to our poly builder, and we work with them to get really high quality, unique, custom pieces for clients.
How long have you been here?
2 years.
You opened the doors to your business about 2 years ago?
No, so we were doing it out of our home for a while, and we officially got the location on Lebanon Road in August of last year.
Okay.
So-
All right. So you're still working on your first year.
Well,
First year there.
yes,
All right.
exactly, yes.
Well, what you come here, you have a unique product, something different. I don't know. I haven't heard of this before myself. And I'm just wondering, how's the reception been so far? Has it been pretty good?
Yes, absolutely. In today's market, people appreciate good service, fast turnaround, and a quality product, and we try to offer all that. Especially, again, our poly is our big seller, and poly is, everyone comes in and they say, we saw this down, when we visited Destin last year. We saw this in Gatlinburg at the cabin we stayed at. And that's all that outdoor furniture is our primary product. That's what we sell. Ours is not a big box product. It's not a mass manufacturer at all. I literally tell people, you build what you want and we get it to you. You pick your style, you pick your back, you pick your colors. We communicate with the builder, work with the builder. We go get everything and we bring it all back here and deliver it.
What are your most popular item, or maybe most popular 2 or 3 items that people like?
Absolutely. So obviously everybody is super familiar with the Adirondack style of furniture. It's that fan back that you see at the beaches and around fire pits and things like that. So Adirondack styles are what most people are looking for, but our gliders, our counter height gliders, and our swivel gliders and our 5-foot gliders are super popular. We just we sell a lot of them, and they're comfortable and they're heavy, and it's made from poly, which is essentially a lifetime product. So you kind of buy it once and you're done. So
Well, somehow I'm wondering if it might have a hefty price tag if it's that good and going to last almost forever.
it is expensive, but everything is anymore, right? I mean, and this economy and the way things have changed, everything's expensive. Even the cheap stuff's expensive. So yes, we do have a higher price point. With that in mind, though, we are working with another builder to try to get some items at a lower price point. There is a difference in the way they look and a difference in the feel, but we are conscientious of the fact that it is a high price point, and we are going to try to work in some other options for people.
Well, how big is it? Mainly you and your husband?
It's just the two of us.
Yeah.
We stay busy. We're hopping.
What are your hours of operation?
Well, when you own a small business, it's 24 hours a day for the most part. But the shop, we try to keep open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thursday and Friday, 10 to 4. Saturday and Sunday, Saturday, 8 to probably 4, or when it starts to slow down a little bit. And Sunday, 10 to 2. I try to get out of there in time to go to the pool with the kids and relax a little bit for the afternoon. But
Well, we've got about a minute here before we go to a break. Tell us about your family. You mentioned your husband, Navy veteran, and served for 20 years, so he made a career of it. But now retired from the Navy, and this is what he's doing and what you're doing, I take it.
Yes. He thinks he retired. But it doesn't work that way, does it? No, he was a Master Chief Master Diver in the Navy for 20 years. And we have been married for going on 13 years, and we have 3 amazing kids. They're 11, 10, and 7. And we love it here in Wilson County. What's here for families and children and businesses is amazing, and we're so glad we landed here.
So Valerie, tell us your location one more time. We'll take a break.
It's 9574 Lebanon Road, basically across from West Elementary School.
Okay. Well, break right here and more coming up on Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Absolute Kubota. They've got that sales blitz. It's ending today. 0% financing for 84 months on most models. Plus, add an attachment to your tractor. You implement bonus bucks up to $800 off, or take a cash discount of $2,400 off of select models. This is for in-stock models only. Sales blitz will end today, May 31st. Absolute Kubota, 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Still quite a bit of traffic volume. 24 westbound up through the Hickory Hollow area, coming in from Rutherford County, leaving Murfreesboro, headed towards Nashville. A little bit crowded. It's busy, what you would expect on 40 going westbound, coming past Donaldson Pike here up by the airport, through Hermitage, Donaldson, with that heavy push of traffic coming in from Wilson County. Down 65, that still looks good through Madison as you get on to Bradley Parkway. Hey, it's time to call Crest Pest Control. They do more than your average pest control company. Check them out online at crestpestcontrol.net. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Hey, it's Peyton Aldridge from The Voice. I'll be performing my new single, American Backyard, at the Ultimate Barbecue and Country Music Festival, Barbecue Country Fest 2023, June 3rd at Wilson County Fairgrounds. There will be plenty of food trucks, bourbon, and beer tasting, live music, and free parking, so get your tickets today at bbqcountry.com. You're in barbecue country, y'all.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on a compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway, across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
We continue here on a Wednesday morning. Welcome to our program on the last day of May, by the way. Valerie Wall is my guest, and her business, she and her husband's business, is Walnut Wood, and they do modern Amish furniture. And as far as I know, you're the only business maybe in Wilson County that would specialize in this. Would that probably be right?
We're the only ones that we know of right now.
Yeah, right. But you have come on to an idea here that is working for you, and you've established your business, and you're telling me, I think you said it before, but during the break as well, you actually go pick up these pieces of furniture that you sell. You don't have a big freight line that delivers or whatever. You're your own freight line. This has got to keep you and your husband hopping. You must be really busy.
It does. It keeps him busy. Like I said, he thinks he retired from the Navy. But we enjoy it. We have amazing builders, and of course we love to visit with them and see them. And as I had mentioned, he's actually there right now. Well, on his way right now to pick up a load of poly from our poly builder, who's just a phenomenal gentleman, and his family's just an extension of our family at this point. And it's just something that we enjoy. We kind of fell into and really enjoy doing. And
Well, from my understanding, there's maybe I think a certain quality to what the Amish people do, what they make. They it's not just thrown together. There's a certain quality, certain standard that they try to live up to. And,
absolutely.
And I think your furniture reflects that.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things, anytime I'm working with a client on anything, whether it's the poly outdoor furniture or a kitchen, a dining table, or kitchen cabinets, I can definitively tell you what the extra steps are that our builders take to make a better product. And for example, with the poly, the gentleman who does all our poly, his ergonomics are phenomenal. It is a thick plastic material, but you don't need cushions. It's so comfortable. When you're looking at any of our pieces, you don't see any points of attachment. So everything, all of your screws, your screw heads, everything's hidden, pocket jigged, all that. So you're paying a lot of money, and it's a beautiful piece. And the same with, kitchen cabinets. To find a kitchen cabinet nowadays that's a true 3/4 inch box all the way around with mitered corners and actual ends that aren't attached panels, and the panel is the piece, things like that just aren't things that you see in furniture and pieces nowadays. Everything's all about fast and easy, and they just don't do that. That's not how they are.
Well, I think we can safely say it's not an assembly line production.
That it is not. That it is not.
A lot of pride, a lot of patience goes into the manufacturing.
Yeah, absolutely, and everything is about the customer instead of what's available for the customer to buy. It's about what the customer wants. Now, don't get me wrong. There are times that you have to say, well, that just can't be done, or it's just not possible. But it's really about what the customer wants and how we get it for them. Mm-hmm. So it's a unique process.
I take it there's not a big selling job. The quality is evident, and it's a matter of, I guess, whether you can afford it. If this is really what you want, and can you afford it? That sounds to me like that would kind of be the two questions.
Yes, and most people who come to us know it's about quality over quantity, and we're okay with that. Mm-hmm. If you come to us, you're getting a piece that not only is it beautiful, not only is it what we say it is, but we stand behind it too.
Yeah. How much do you have on display, or do you have much on display?
Yeah, we try to keep a good bit on display. If you drive by the store, you'll see we have 2 sections. I try to keep at least 15 to 20 different sets or pieces available. I have a separate location where we have a lot in stock, and we try to keep certain colors and certain pieces that we know sell regularly. But
for somebody to really understand what we're talking about, mm-hmm. and to really see the quality, mm-hmm. the workmanship, and so on, it's probably best to come and observe. Right. Oh,
absolutely. You just have to look at it and sit in it.
I mean, you can take our word for it, but seeing is believing, and trying it out, as you said, sitting or whatever, using it.
Yes, absolutely. Just sitting in it. you feel the quality when you sit in it. I get asked all the time. So with our builders, some builders will put a weight limit on pieces. And I understand it depends on how it's built. The particular builder that we work with, I tell people all the time, if you can fit in it, you can sit in it. And it's built that well. It is built. I mean, my husband's a big guy. He's not real tall, but he's a big boy, and he's not heard any of these yet. So they're just amazing pieces, an amazing product, and comfortable.
If you joined us late, let me remind you we have Valerie Wall with us this morning, and her husband's company is Walnut Wood, and again located on Lebanon Road, Nashville Pike to us. What's the official?
9574 Lebanon Road.
All right. And but now you what do you do first part of the week? You mentioned, I believe, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sundays when your business hours are.
Yeah. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we try to do all our deliveries. So sometimes it takes all 3 days. Sometimes it just takes one. But we try to get all of our deliveries done during the day those days. And I tell people, too, if my hours aren't convenient, just call me. I'll meet you down there.
By the way, is there a phone number we can give out here that would be helpful?
Yes, absolutely. It's 615-288-3441.
Okay, make sure I wrote that down right. 615-288-3441.
Yes, sir.
3441.
Yes,
and
sir.
that will get you Valerie Wall. Well, by the way, what's your husband's name?
Jason. Oh, yeah.
Jason?
Jason.
Jason and Valerie Wall with Walnut Wood. Well, you, as we said, in your building right now, there on Lebanon Road, you've been there about 9 or 10 months. It'll be August, I think you said you started last year.
Yes.
And prior to that, you had worked from your home.
Yes, sir.
But you love Wilson County. You have a Lebanon address?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we live in Lebanon.
All right.
Yes.
Do people maybe who are building new homes, new home construction, are they people that would especially come to you, or?
Well, that's a market that we definitely want to get into, especially with our cabinetry. It's something that we can offer an incredible quality and really a comparable price. So it's something we want to get into more and more, but especially somebody building a new house who wants a unique dining room table or a custom bed set or anything, and outdoor, the poly as well. But absolutely, we do get a lot of new builds for furniture pieces and whatnot.
Well, is this also maybe somebody who is already has their home established and this sort of thing, and you get a piece this year, maybe next year you come back and get some more? I mean, is that the way a lot of people might do this?
Absolutely. We have a couple in Lebanon who has their original pieces of poly furniture they purchased I think almost 20 years ago. And a couple years ago, I met them and they started adding a couple pieces. And I think they've added a new piece or a new little set about every 6 months, just expanding on what they have. And it's perfect for that, especially the poly, because the colors are the colors. They're a high quality poly, and we can match up to them year after year, and you don't have to worry about a color difference.
Well, the more I talk to you, the more I'm thinking we can talk all day, but you almost got to see this to see the quality, to see the colors, to see what we're talking about.
Yes, absolutely. Come see us. All the pieces that are out there, I tell people all the time, even if we're not there, you can come sit on them, look at them. Don't be afraid to call me, ask me questions, because it's a process and it's an investment. So I want you to know and understand and love what you're getting.
Now, do you have a website or a way to get other information, or do you just need to come see it?
Well, we have a website. We have a Facebook, and it's Walnut Woods, and you have to put the WAHLNUT. But we do have a Facebook, which is great because as we do deliveries and as we get new pieces, I always try to update things and put new things out there. So that's great to see different color options and unique. Like, for example, a couple weeks ago, we did a 10-foot bar for a client. So I put all kinds of pictures out there of that because that was a definitely unique piece. But we do have a website as well, and it's walnutwoods.com. And again, put the H in there. But I do try to tell people with our website, being that we work with Amish craftsmen, Amish and internet, there's not always the best translation there. So we do have a website, but our Facebook is a great resource. And again, reach out to me directly because if there's something particular you're looking for, I'd know immediately. Do I have a builder? Can I get it? Who could I reach out to? And can see what I can do.
Sometimes people make an appointment to see you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
If we're not open, I tell people all the time, what works for you? If I can be there, I'll meet you.
Right. And again, your telephone number, 615-288-3441.
Yes, sir.
Walnut Wood, and it's WAHLNUT.
Yes, sir.
WOOD.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie, it's been nice to have you with us today.
Thank
and
you.
I wish you well. Another way of people finding some things they want and some quality things that's going to last and last and last.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you much.
Thank you.
That's going to do it for Wednesday. And I hope you'll be listening tomorrow for Coleman and Company. And I wish you a wonderful day.